Back in high school is when I started binge watching shows. My first real binge was Breaking Bad, and it changed the way I viewed television. Around the same time, I was on the lookout for a good comedy, and New Girl fell into my life. New Girl ended in 2018, but it took me years to finally finish because I'd get caught up in my own life, and by the time I revisited the series, I would just start it over. But finally, I have finished the series, and it has just solidified its place as my favorite sitcom. This video isn't about bashing anybody else's tastes or interests, it's just so I can share my own views and why I believe New Girl really succeeds with its cast and concept. I've tried to binge on other noteworthy sitcoms. Friends, I just couldn't binge in consecutive order. How I Met Your Mother, I followed while it was on TV, but that finale never enticed me enough to fully finish the remaining episodes. The Office was great when I watched in college, but after Jim and Pam got married, I sort of lost interest. Those are just a few that come to mind, but New Girl was a safe place to go back to and always makes me laugh. The juxtaposition between the belly-busting comedy and deep emotion I felt throughout is something this show did better than any other series before it that I have watched. The characters have a depth that makes them endearing and lovable. You feel like you are a part of the coolest group of friends on earth. Zooey Deschanel is phenomenal as the lead Jess. Undeniably goofy, quirky, witty, adorable. She has a big heart. It is impossible not to root for her in everything she does. Except for some things, I do get annoyed with her. In my opinion, her relationship with Nick steals the show. The will they, won't they tension, and the way they care for each other hits you right in the feels throughout the entire series. Yes, other series have this, but this one really got me involved. Which takes me to Nick, portrayed by Jake Johnson. He is one of my favorite characters from the series. He is not only hilarious, but it's the way Jake Johnson delivers the comedy, including emotional stuff, that makes his character so special. Most would probably say Schmidt is the funniest character, which I do say sometimes, in the show, portrayed by Max Greenfield, and I couldn't really disagree with him. But to me, Schmidt is much like the Barney Stinson or Dwight Schrute of the show, in the sense that he is the hilarious supporting actor with the quotable lines, the character you're always waiting for to appear on the screen, but I do have to say, his storyline trying to chase Cece is one of my favorites in television. The other characters, Winston and Coach and Cece, are all amazing in their own right as well. I'm definitely picky when it comes to TV shows, and I tend to notice and despise when minor flaws are evident in shows. You know, when a character does an action that doesn't fit within the storyline, or a scene hasn't been included and it confuses the plot. Well, I found that New Girl isn't like that. It has relatively few flaws, which means the show flows really well 100% of the time. Also, like many have mentioned, the chemistry is significant between characters, which is really what brings out the humor of the show and makes it that much funnier. The writers and actors have done a phenomenal job developing characters so realistic and relatable. Each character has elements that remind you of yourself and someone you know, making each thing they do that much more compelling. They have succeeded in creating a series that you connect to. That sort of vested interest that keeps you coming back each week while still keeping it light and funny. That's what stands out the most for me about this show. It's a welcome reprieve from life and even other shows which can keep you tense. This show has a brevity about it that makes it so easy, almost rewarding. While the characters are still very realistic and have dramatic life issues like any of us, they just manage to bring it all out with great dialogue and excellent character interaction, which is consistently hilarious. I love New Girl so much, and while it may not be perfect, to me it's the best show to revisit. Like mac and cheese or pizza, it's like comfort food. It has this friendship/roommate love camaraderie between the characters that makes it so much worth the watch. Yes, some love interests introduced throughout are incredibly boring, or their reappearances in the show become tiresome or simply unbelievable and awkward, but the humor remains intact, always well written, impeccably timed, remaining one of its best traits. The romance is authentic, thanks to the incredible performance of the cast, and remains one of the biggest highlights of the show. I think I wouldn't have liked this show this much if it didn't empathize with the roomie dynamic, group friendship, and above all, Nick and Jess. Nick, because I see more of myself in him than I thought at first, and Jess because it's kind of the dorky and perky, lovable girl I found myself falling in love with in real life. The show doesn't redefine the genre, nor is it groundbreaking. It's a lighthearted and wholesomely concluded sitcom that's easy to enjoy and never ceases to keep me in the happiest of moods.
You should have seen how fast I came down that mountain. I mean, a lot of it was falling. It was likely the ground just stopped me, but...
You remember this? Looks like it's finally just the two of us, huh?
Oh, God, you're about to say something stupid, aren't you?
Girl, I'm gonna marry you.
Jar.
I know this might seem crazy, and probably a little bit impulsive, but it's not. Not for me. I've known since the minute that I met you.
Oh, my God.
Cecilia Parikh.
Oh, God, you're gonna say something stupid, aren't you?
Girl, will you marry me?
Would you please shut up? I can't hear the answer.
Yes. Yes. We're getting married!
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.